everybody, welcome back. For everybody who's been in the South office, you may have seen her. For everybody who hasn't, this is Chloe.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
I'm Chloe.
Hey Chloe.
Hey Chloe.
So let's give a little bit of background here first about.
Oh, look at your name on the screen. Chloe McAra,
so
South
official.
Office Manager.
Okay, don't look at that monitor anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Just
and
us.
it looks really weird when you look at that.
Got it.
Yeah, it looks really weird. So obviously, Audra has made a transition to spend some time with family. Audra's gonna be one of our assistant managers. You're gonna see Audra around. Audra's been helping with the transition with Chloe. We really are fully supportive of Audra's move and family first.
And it's
that's
not
something we
goodbye
believe in.
for Audra, which is nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we are going to hold a little meet and greet in the office here to, have some prosecco and meet Chloe and obviously say some tentative or I don't know what we say. Best of luck, Audra. I guess that's the thing. But I've known Chloe for a couple years now. We were actually trying to figure out where the first time was that we had met. But I had met Chloe a few times. And we actually have done a deal together as well on our own personal house.
That's right.
And
You were a realtor. Chloe was our realtor of our house.
You
in
say that,
Cochrane.
but I feel like, maybe Lindsay was your realtor and I was,
The
anyways.
listing agent.
I was
Oh, I guess so.
I was your realtor.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't explain agency very well.
Obviously.
But
always
Chloe
say that.
also won the Commitment to Education award for the Roar Awards. And Chloe helped run her brokerage, Community Partners, with a small team. And Chloe has tons and tons of knowledge, has a very successful selling career. And when we put the opportunity out to her, we were very grateful that she accepted.
Yeah, we were like, there's
And-
no way she'll say yes.
Yeah.
And then you said yes.
And that's
We're
it.
so
So,
happy.
Chloe, welcome to. Hold on.
Well, I was going to say that there's actually a significant group of our realtors that would have met Chloe because you taught our seniors designation course
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year.
That's right,
last
because
year.
you're a credit instructor as well.
Because you were a credit
Yes.
instructor.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a few
Resumes
people
like
that
this
you would
long.
have met there too. Chloe.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so thanks for being here. So let's just chat a little bit about you for people who
My
might not
coffee
get
or
a
your
chance
coffee?
to
It's yours.
meet you.
I left mine over there.
Got it.
Oh, for people who might not get a chance to see you for a little bit. So
Sure.
So where do you live? Not your address,
Okay.
just say
I live in Inglewood.
that you live in
I'm
Inglewood.
approximately 7 minutes from here, so nice and quick drive
Perfect.
into the office, which is wonderful. And thank you
Lovely.
so much for having me. You say that you're grateful that I accepted. Well, I'm leaps and bounds beyond that. I'm happy that you offered it to me. So thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool. So give us, I gave a little bit of background on a few things, but give us a bit of your story in real estate.
Okay. Oh boy, how much time do we have?
Oh.
I'll give you the quick version. Grew up in a real estate family. I actually was backpacking Asia about over a decade ago. Ran out of money like most people do backpacking Asia, and ended up working in a real estate office in Australia for about a year on an administrative position, managing their front end basically. And when we came back from Australia, ended up back in Canada, got my license, and that was back in 2010. So away you go from there.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you are married. And
Married.
you have a baby.
I do. I have a 2-year-old. We had a dance party this morning to the Lion King soundtrack.
No.
Did you really?
Did you really?
We have
out of our
that on repeat at our house. I don't know why.
it's
That's
the
actually
best.
kind of a
It's the
scary
best
movie
soundtrack.
for a 2-year-old, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you,
Mufasa,
all
did you
Disney
go
movies
through the
are.
Scar song? Like you fast forward through the Scar song?
Well, I usually do,
Yeah,
but
like,
I don't
it's a
always
bit
get there.
scary. Like there's literally a line that's like, "We'll kill the king." It's like,
It's actually really quite depressing at times.
yeah, it just sounds like. Anyways.
But the songs are great. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and you have a cute brown dog named Frio.
I do. He is the first baby of the family. He's 50-pound fur baby. Super fluffy. Bought our house
fluffy.
because it's across from a dog park. Yep.
That's also why we bought our house, because it was about. So yeah, so that's a little bit. That's a little bit about you.
Now-
There's Chloe.
You've also, Chloe, you've taken Ninja.
I am, yes. I am a super fan of Ninja.
Nice.
all day long. Yeah.
Tell us about your ninja experience, because you went down to Fort Collins,
Sure.
correct?
Yeah, I went down to Fort Collins. I took the course from Larry last year, and it really, really resonated with me. I had taken many sales courses previous to that just didn't feel right. It just felt like I was having to really get out of my comfort zone, and Ninja just really resonated with me, and putting people first and doing the right thing in the repeat and referral business really hit home for me. So pretty much I had been running my business that way, but that gave me the tools to be able to really catapult it. So I'm a big Ninja fan.
And then
great.
why did you end up becoming a CREB instructor? What was that motivation for you?
That's a good question. It's probably twofold. For one, I wanted to keep my learning curve going. So the best way to keep learning is by teaching and having
Totally
people
agree.
ask you questions that you don't know the answers to and having to go find them. So part of that is just to continue my learning as well. But then part two was just I really wanted to give back and to our industry for one, and just be able to kind of communicate the collaborative attitude that real estate can have and give back and answer questions in a really just candid way for people. So probably those are the two main reasons I got into teaching, I guess.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you are still very involved with the board.
Yeah.
And you are on the Political Action Committee.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit less known. So tell us a bit about that.
Yeah. So Political Action Committee, so first of all, you probably all realize this, that our industry is quite political. There's a lot of influencers and influences that can impact how we operate, but as well as how things kind of affect our clients. So at the municipal level, which is where CREB operates, obviously, we talk to councillors and just make sure that everything is being communicated with our industry that might impact us. But every year we end up in Ottawa and talking to MPs on Parliament Hill. And the last couple of years we've talked a lot about the home buyers plan and how we can maybe try to expand that so that buyers have more access to funds, their own funds out of their RSPs to pull from that for down payments. But this year the conversation was quite a bit different with all the changes in the mortgage industry that's really impacting how people purchase homes and how exactly the stress testing and how people can qualify for money and how much they're going to get and what they can buy. And we focused a lot on how members of parliament and the government think about real estate in a national perspective. So how they almost look at it like we have one market across the country, which is really obviously not true. So just encouraging them to think that,
Don't make laws.
putting things into practice that are meant to slow down hot markets like Toronto, Vancouver, really affect other cities like Calgary, Winnipeg, whatever. Each market is their own little segment, and really trying to keep that conversation top of mind that it's not a national thing. We have individual markets across the country that are being affected by these policies that they're putting in place, and just having the personal stories come out and making it more relevant.
And are they quite open to that? Like, are they appreciative of the fact that the committee's giving them this information?
Yeah, great question. Yes and no. The Liberal government obviously put these changes into place. So they are in a position now where they are defending what they've done and the reasons why they did them, and there's valid reasons in there for sure. The Conservative Party is more open to hearing the issues, obviously, because of where we're at.
Yep.
Exactly. So
we'll listen to you.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're more open ears about what we were hoping for moving forward. But with that being said, I sat with Kent Hare a few times over the last several months, and he tried selling his house this year and couldn't do it. So that was a personal issue that he had, and he really saw how the changes that they implemented affected him personally and as well as our clients and whatnot. So yes, they are listening.
Yes, doesn't mean action's being taken, but they have
Yes,
listened.
they are.
That's good.
They're hearing what we're saying.
Now, the PAC committee, I didn't realize it went down to municipal levels as well.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any involvement in the conversation about secondary suites?
Yeah, we're at the table for a lot of these discussions, secondary suites, the MGA Act that's going through changes right now, the condominium
What's the
changes.
MGA Act?
Municipal Government Act. Anyways, we're looking at, making sure, we're trying to be part of the conversation to make sure that there's no land transfer tax that come into
Right.
place, because they were there's the possibility that they were asking for that taxation power. We want to have that conversation to make sure that that wasn't on the table, and we've been assured that it wasn't. So
That's
we are
so
definitely
good.
part of those conversations,
Yeah.
definitely. And then there's area also has a committee that deals with the provincial level stuff, and then we kind of all come together as part of the national army for political action committee. So
That's great.
Yeah.
And you have mentioned, there might be some people who are listening to this that are like, ooh, this is awesome. That you had said that is there a spot?
every
as far
year
as getting involved?
Yeah, so every year they do have positions that open up that need to be filled by people who are interested, and either people that are interested in politics or just the issues, or are willing to spend the time that it takes to be a part of
To
a
know the
committee
issues as
and
well,
and
yeah.
understand what's kind of going on at that level. So if anyone out there is interested, I'd be happy to connect you with the people that can help you get there.
Cool.
That's great.
Now,
Thank you for representing us, Chloe.
yeah.
Anytime.
Good job.
Now, I want to talk just really quickly about your selling career, and we're going
Sure.
to talk about the Ninja 9 in the next segment here, and we're going to talk a bit about that. So you actually you've seen 2 big cycles in your
Yeah.
real estate career. Start off
Yeah.
just trying to pull out of an economic recession, and then the market came up in 2014, and then it promptly went back down again, but you've managed to stay successful throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us, in the last 2 years,
Yep.
what you did to grow your business, what worked for you.
I don't think it really changed from 5 years ago to 2 years ago, for me at least. I pretty much all I did all day was focus on my investment reviews, is what I called them. Ninja calls them real estate reviews, so whatever you call them. But that is all I did. All I did. I did not
And you were even doing that
advertise.
before Ninja.
Yes.
Yeah, you must have
Yes.
heard that in Ninja.
When,
being like,
when I saw that in Ninja, I'm like, this is a thing. Other people do this. All I did ever pretty much was the real estate reviews. I would focus on doing that for all my existing clients, people I sold houses to, but also people that I had not sold houses to that one day I was hoping to sell houses to. So I kept a smaller database, and I did that every single year. I'd sit down with them and chatted about their real estate, what the market was doing, and that's pretty much all I did for my business.
I know we were chatting with Chloe earlier and something about marketing and talking about, and she was like, I don't know, like I've never marketed myself, like I've never done anything. I only did real estate reviews, which is so fascinating that you just completely only focused on that.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It worked for me.
It's great.
Well, it shows the power
Well,
of a
Ninja
couple
says it
things.
works for everybody.
Yeah,
so.
well, and the power of it is that you have it where your database now knows that you're top of mind. Even if it was, and I trust you probably saw people or connect people more than once a year, but it's like, let's say you literally just said once a year, then it's like now they know that you are the real estate expert. They know you're still in the business, and I know a lot of people who haven't been in touch with people in a year or more, and they're like, are they still in the business? Aren't they in the business? And the key is not necessarily that these people will buy a house, maybe it is, but now if there's ever a referral, they know that you're the one with the expert. So it's like, well, who do my clients know? And that's so powerful.
Well, exactly, because not everyone's going to sell their house every 5 years. It's whatever average you use, 7, 8, 9 years. You have to rely on referrals. But if you're sitting at the table with people, having coffee, baking, whatever, depending on who you're sitting across the table with, and giving them good information that will promote trust and that you are an expert in what you're talking about, and You're reliable. You show up every year. You talk to them about things that are relevant to them. You're giving them value. People really appreciate that, and it does go a long way as far as repeat and referral business. That's all I did.
So when you, and I know that this isn't we don't want to get into this too much, but when you were would you call somebody or would you email somebody, and what would you say, like to get them to sit down with you to do this?
Well, for one, I told them up front that when they bought or sold a house with me that I wasn't going anywhere. So I kind of started the conversation with, this isn't the end, this is just the beginning, really. And
so you can like expect me to follow up with you every year because we're going to do this. Yeah,
and depending on their generation, like it's our job to be the chameleon as far as making sure that you're communicating with people in a way that is they can be receptive to.
Yeah.
So depending on their preferences, email, phone call, text, whatever works for them. I don't think that there's a paintbrush that you can paint with. Everyone likes it this way. Just whatever. You get to know your clients really well, and you know right away. These guys text.
Yeah.
I will text them.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, let's get together around the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
All right. Well, we're going to talk more about this, so I feel like we're going to have like a weird commercial segment, but we don't really need one because we're going to continue on this. So we'll be right back with more of this.